Kim, Putin has high hopes for their first one-on-one meeting. Vladivostok, Russia. North Korea's Kim Jong-un and Russian President Vladimir Putin have high hopes for their first one-on-one meeting Thursday in Far Eastern Russia, which comes in the deadlocked global diplomacy over the North Korean leader's nuclear program. Kim is looking for a win after his failed second summit with U.S. President Donald Trump, and Putin for a chance to raise Moscow's clout in the region and gain more leverage with Washington. Kim arrived Wednesday aboard an armored train and told Russia's state-owned Rossiya 24 he was hoping for a successful and useful visit and would like to discuss with Putin the settlement of the situation in the Korean peninsula as well as bilateral ties with Russia. It was Kim's first visit to Russia as North Korean leader. His late father, Kim Jong-il, visited Russia in 2011. The North Korean leader evoked his father's great love for Russia and said that he intends to strengthen ties between the two countries. "I have heard a lot about your country and have long dreamt of visiting it," Kim was quoted as saying at his first stop, Russia's Kasan train station, near the border with North Korea. "It's been 7 years since I took the helm, and I've only just managed to visit." He then traveled on to the Russian Pacific port city of Vladivostok, the site of the summit, where he was greeted by a military orchestra as he stepped out of his coffee green armored train. Dressed in a black coat and clutching a black fedora, he then got into his personal limousine, which traveled with him, and drove away. Putin's foreign affairs advisor, Yuri Ushakov, told Russian media the Putin-Kim summit would focus on North Korea's nuclear program, noting that Russia will seek to consolidate the positive trend stemming from Trump's meetings with Kim. In February, Kim's second summit with Trump in Hanoi ended without any agreement because of disputes over U.S.-led sanctions. There have since been no publicly known high-level contacts between the U.S. and North Korea, although both sides say they are still open to a third summit. Kim wants the U.S. to ease the sanctions to reciprocate for some partial disarmament steps he took last year. But the U.S. maintains the sanctions will stay in place until North Korea makes more significant denuclearization moves. Some experts say Kim could try to bolster his country's ties with Russia and China. Others say it's not clear how big of a role Russia can play in efforts to restart the nuclear negotiations. Still, the summit could allow Putin to try to increase his influence in regional politics and the standoff over North Korea's nuclear program. Kim wants to show that he's cooperating with Russia too, rather than looking to only the US and China. "But I think it's not easy for Russia and China to provide North Korea with practical assistance that leads to the inflow of dollars," said Kwon Hyun-jun, a former senior researcher at the Korea Institute for National Unification in Seoul. North Korea has increasingly expressed frustration at the deadlocked negotiations. Last week, North Korea tested a new weapon and demanded that U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo be removed from the nuclear talks. Ushakov said the Kremlin would try to help create preconditions and a favorable atmosphere for reaching solid agreements on the problem of the Korean peninsula. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.